The Secret Weapon of Ron Paul's Campaign by Allan Stevo. Luckily, we've entered into a new era. What Americans today are lacking in relationships with their neighbors, they're making up for in relationships online at a distance. Your best friend doesn't have to live next door to you anymore in order for you to see what she's going to eat for dinner. Your grandma doesn't need to live down the street anymore in order for her to see her great-grandkids jumping up and down excitedly at the sound of her voice. Each of us is surrounded by a group of people who don't occupy the same physical space as us. For the purpose of campaigning, I'm going to refer to that as your social precinct. In times past, a candidate running for local office would be advised to have a Christmas card list of 500 or 1,000 people that he knew he could tap for money to fund his campaign. He might not see these people very often. He might not know them very well, but from time to time, they got together. Next time you open up your Facebook, look at the number of friends you have. That's what would have once been referred to as your Christmas card list. That's your social precinct. Celebrities are at a disadvantage in this case. They have lots of friends on Facebook, but they might not know who they are. While we might think celebrities would be more influential than the average person, for the purpose of this plan, the average person ends up being much more influential than a celebrity. Those with small groups of friends know who their friends are. They might even know remotely what some people like to eat, like to listen to, like to read, like to watch on TV and the movies. They know where people travel to. They know who's cut their hair lately, dyed their hair, lost weight, put on the pounds. They know what color their friends' children's eyes are and how much hair they were born with. They know what color the wallpaper of their friend's bedroom is. And all that can be known at a distance. All that can be known without ever even having to say hi, but simply looking through a friend's profile. And a friend's happy to share that information. If you don't have Facebook, another social networking site will do. Even simply your email address list, while not as informative, is precisely the kind of tool that will help you work your social precinct. And while it's a little less efficient, your Christmas card list also will achieve the same goals. The Ron Paul campaign possesses something today that no other campaign possesses. It possesses a vast and dedicated network of cyber-savvy self-starters with extensive networks who are passionate about their candidate of choice. No other campaign has that. One of the great flaws of central planning is that it simply can't harness the power of a network of people like that. That's an observation made by Austrian school economists, among others. And the fact of the matter is, no matter what it tries to do, there's little the Paul campaign can do to harness the power of its supporters. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that I know my friends, and I know how to talk to them. You know your friends, and you know how to talk to them. There's little Ron Paul or any of his staffers can say to us about how to best interact with our own friends because they don't know our friends. They don't know that one of my friends is impossible to get a hold of except at Friday at 6 p.m., or that another friend needs to start any political discussion by talking about Mike Huckabee, then Herman Cain, before he can move on to talking about Ron Paul. No one on the Paul campaign can do this any better than we can. In fact, they will always be worse than us at interacting with their friends. You and I are the very best people out there in the whole world in getting our social precincts to vote for Ron Paul. No one can accomplish that objective the way you and I can. Therein lies our secret weapon.